What's up everyone, V here, and today I am very excited to be reviewing the Star Wars The Black Series. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Got abysmal Kenobi accent. But Obi-Wan Kenobi from Star Wars Revenge of the Sith. This is a figure that I have been wanting remade, not made, it exists. This is a figure I wanted an update of for a hot minute. Just like the previous, well, not the previous review, but previous Anakin, which I have reviewed. Go check that out if you want to. The original Kenobi buns, was released at the beginning of the Black Series, 15 years ago. And it sucked. I don't have it, thank God, because there are better Kenobi alternatives that I've been able to acquire, but point is, the figure was buns, had a very pinhead, didn't look great, which is really outdated, and have the gall to reissue that is insane. But I have been just running Clone Wars and Kenobi for the longest time as my Kenobis, and we got so close to having one because they made Attack of the Clones, which I have, but I don't have on me. I do not know where it is. I have the box, though. Yeah, I have the box on me, but I don't have the actual figure. Also, how long ago it's been that it was still in this color, this design box, and we've come so far. But yeah. We got so close because we got that, which was a more updated robe mold, and then we had this figure and then the other Clone Wars one with a more updated head, and all they had to do was take that head, put on a body. Thank God they didn't. Thank God they made a fully new mold for him because, long time coming, but it was definitely worth it. And when they revealed that Anakin and Obi-Wan, I was so hyped. And then I saw the price of that 2-pack, and I was like, I heard there were going to be single releases, I'm going to wait for that. And then I remembered that stores don't stock anything anymore. So I was shocked when I found Anakin, and I was just I think I even said in the Anakin video, it's going to take me another 10 years to acquire Obi-Wan, just because stores never stock anymore. And I'm walking down the aisle, not expecting much. I'm mostly looking for Transformers or Legends. But I was like, you know what, I always peep the Black Series and I see the same 3 figures. A holiday figure, one random Andor figure, which isn't cool. It's never a cool Andor figure. It's always the one random officer guy. Or 10 different versions of Director Krennic. That's his name, right? And he's not bad, but why are there 3 different versions of Ben Mendelsohn action figures on the shelves? We won't need 10 different variants of him anyway. Even though his character's cool and I like him, but still. Why are there multiple versions of him on the shelf? Anyway, got sidetracked. I walked, didn't expect much, and then at the very back of the row, I peeped my glorious King Kenobi. Jumping with joy. Did I have the money in the bank for him? Not really, but you know what? I bit it anyway. I bit the bullet. Is that a phrase? That's a phrase, right? I bit the bullet? Why would you bite a bullet though? Anyway, that aside, I found him amazing, so hyped because Obi-Wan is my favorite character in Star Wars. Of course, he's my goat next to Grievous. And of course, they have a rivalry, so it's peak. Them picks looked good, and when I got in hand, like how I felt about that Anakin, so hyped. But before we get into Obi-Wan Kenobi, we must first talk about the box, because I believe it's the 20-something, might be 20th, some anniversary of Revenge of the Sith, which is why this Kenobi and Anakin exist. Revenge Sith is also dare I say, my favorite Star Wars movie. I love it despite its bad dialogue, cringy lines. You know, it adds charm to it. I love it. I don't care. And Kenobi, peak in that movie. Anyway, box, Revenge of the Sith, Obi-Wan, number 4, Star Black Series box. Got a nice shot of Kenobi himself. I believe that is our boy Gale right there. Gale, if you will. Still know how to pronounce his name. Bigger shot of him. Obi-Wan is forced to battle his friend Anakin Skywalker in a devastating lightsaber duel after Anakin turns to the dark side. Oh, he fights him all right. Wrecks him twice, bro. I feel like he just let him win on the third. I mean, he did let him win on the third one, but I feel like he did it just straight up out of pity. He was like, "Damn, he's lost 2 fights with me. Is he really going to lose another one? I'm going to just let him win this one." Talking about some, "When I left you, I was but the learner, now I'm the master." Brother, he let you win. You never beat him. Anyway. What was I going on about? Anyway, Kenobi here. In all his glory. I feel like he looks very small. Let's bring him a bit closer. He has one accessory, which it's the Black Series. Expecting an accessory in the Black Series beyond, their weapon is asking Hasbro to give both set of hands for alternative hands for a Spider-Man figure in 2025. It's not going to happen. But, I mean, what else do you need besides the lightsaber? Would it be cool to get any of the other accessories that were in that 2-pack? I think alternative hands do, that. And maybe another head with, messed up hair. Yeah. But, you get the lightsaber, which looks nice. And you can detach it, of course. Can you put it on his person? Huh. Oh, there we go. I was going to say, ain't no way. Look at that. He's holding the lightsaber. Beautiful. And as you saw at the beginning of the video, he can hold the lightsaber. And because of the new articulation, which I will get to in a moment, but if you saw the Anakin video, you know about, he can actually hold it well. Which is my biggest problem with this. He can't hold the lightsaber because this is in the way. But now with the new articulation, easily gets out the way. Anyway. Looks good, as a lightsaber does. And that's about it. But we're not here for the lightsaber. We're here for the main course. So this is our little appetizer. Here's the entree. Entree's the main course, right? I still don't... Every time I say the word entree, I'm not confident I'm saying it right. And I always got to run through my head. Appetizer, entree, all that. I'm not a chef. If you haven't noticed, if I was a chef, I wouldn't have an action figure review channel on YouTube. I would be in the kitchen over there on some bear shit, you know what I mean? But here he is. Look at how beautiful that is. Oh, look at him. I almost brought Anakin in for comparison, but we're not at that point yet. They really just nailed him. I'm glad they took their time with this Anakin and Obi-Wan. I'm talking about Anakin too, like he's being reviewed as well, but no. Because, it was worth it. And comparing it to even, the Kenobi show, Kenobi figure, which wasn't that long ago. Was that, 2 years ago? 3 years ago? And it washes him out the park. For all the qualms Hasbro has, they be dropping some dime figures now and then, and bringing Kenobi in for a closer look and zooming in. Look at that. That is Kenobi right there. That is Ewan McGregor right there. And I was like, oh, they could just use this head. Kind of glad they didn't, because he looks so much better. I didn't realize how inaccurate that hair was. Just looks so peak. Look at that. Look at how beautiful that is. That looks amazing. They even got that slight little bump. And there's I feel like there's hold up, I'm gonna bring it closer to me. I feel like there's slight coloration in the beard, but absolutely nothing in the hair. But it is what it is. Then you come down to the robes. Robes looking nice and clean and very tan, as opposed to those darker Kenobi show robes. And honestly, even the robes on this guy, they really brightened him up. Thank God. And of course, it's the rubbery piece. Just looks good. Back looks a little odd with how the robes go, but you know, it is what it is. It's robes. What can you do? Looks nice. Arms. Got the nice slight robe texture. It's robes. There's not a whole lot to talk about, but you got the belt picked out with a lot of nice details. And again, all those pouches, and you're just like, what's even in half of them? Is that a comm or grenade? I don't know. Then rubber. But still looks nice. And again, I'll take it over the cloth. I feel like they've perfected it because this one was just big rubber piece, which is rough. This is nice, soft rubber. I prefer this over when they have cloth on the sides. I just don't care for cloth at this scale. Then come down to his big old red boots. Looking great. Hey, a train. I forgot that the train runs every single video, because you know what hasn't ran when I've just been chilling in my room at night? The train. But when I'm recording a video. Every time. Without a fault. I'm going to try to record another video after this. I bet you it's going to run then too. But yeah, they just knocked it out the park with this Kenobi. He just looks so good. He looks so good. And he feels good too. He feels nice. Articulation-wise, he's got a dumbbell. I think dumbbell at the bottom of the neck too, so he can look decently around. A little bit of bob. Arm rotates because the rubber gets out the way. Out. Single jointed elbow with rotation. And then the new joint, which is like, I don't even know. How did I explain it last time? But it's like a dumbbell at the wrist, so you get the up and down and the side to side and all around. And I think in there you can see kind of arm. I think there's another ball joint or dumbbell at the end of that connects somewhere deeper in here. So you just get a great range of articulation. Also just adds to the realism of the figure because you can see his arm underneath the robe. Love this joint. They need to use it more. Bring it to Legends, please. Well, actually, I don't know. I feel like it does what McFarlane Figures joint tries to do, but just works so much better and looks so much nicer. I will take any chance I get to rip on McFarlane. Day one hater. Anyway. What was I saying? Oh yeah, articulation. Whoa. You look a bit funky there. This joint, I don't know what to call that, can kick forward, can kick out. No waist swivel, sadly. It's the one bad thing about newer Black Series. They've knocked them out the park, but they were just like death to the waist swivel. Or not waist swivel, thigh swivel. What am I saying? But you can still kind of move it. And compensate, you do have the single jointed knee with rotation and boot articulation. And then up and down at the ankle with the rocker. Pretty much modern day Black Series articulation, but still pretty solid. And how big is Kenobi compared to some other beings? Well, let's bring some of them in. Here he is next to what will hopefully be the next review. I know I said that about the Punisher, but Marvel Legends Daredevil, and not the previous review, but the review before this, the Transformers leader class. He's leader class. 86 Megatron, and sadly, like always, Black Series is the smallest. But, you know, it is what it is. And for some bigger boys, here he is next to the DC McFarlane Superman and the Jazzwares Halo CE Master Chief. And for a bit of fun, because the show just ended, and because it was the last review, here he is next to the man himself, the NECA Pennywise. And he's huge, but if we're talking lore, he was big as hell in that finale when he was on that stage. No spoilers, but peak cinema, absolute cinema, this show. But yeah, and for some more fun, character-related ones, here he is next to the newer, updated Commander Cody, and oh, what a day. What a day to be able to have a really good Commander Cody next to a really good Obi-Wan Kenobi. Like I said earlier, absolute cinema. Never thought I'd see the day where both of these guys, let's take the helmet off, get them looking like that with each other as well. Never thought I'd see the day that we would have like an actual genuinely top tier figure of both of these guys from Revenge of the Sith. Where is he going? He's got to stay. Oh my god. Speaking of people that need an updated figure of them, I don't really know what they do, but here he is next to Grievous. Grievous is such a hard character to work with, but I'd love a new Grievous, because he's odd. But you know. Here he is next to those previous Kenobis, Clone Wars and Obi-Wan Kenobi show Kenobi. And finally, you were my brother, Anakin. I loved you. Oh. Just the same thing. I've had the Kenobi for a week, but I got him and I kind of forgot I had him. Just because right when I got him, I completed Devastator. You know, I'm gonna just bring him in because I don't know how long, if ever, he will actually get a proper video. But oh, look at that! Look at that! So cool! I'm so hyped. This is my first ever combiner. I've never had a combiner before. Oh my god, it's so cool. Anyway, I was so focused on completing him that I forgot I had Kenobi. So this is the first time I'm putting this Anakin and this Kenobi next to each other, and oh, it's beautiful. Bringing a tear to my eye. You told me, like 5 years ago, show me these figures. I would have told you you're lying. Who are you? Why do you look exactly like me, but also not? Because I feel like I wasn't looking too hot 5 years ago. I feel like every year, you know, I feel like I'll be like, I'm looking good this year. And then like a year later, I'll look back at pics from that year and be like, what the hell was I doing? Like there's an era where I just bleached my hair blonde. What was I doing then? I was like, this might be my new style. And then now I'm like, what the hell was I doing? Anyway, I've got sidetracked. Ooh, beautiful. Beautiful. And to keep it accurate, is it accurate? Yeah, it is accurate. Anakin is taller than Kenobi. Beautiful. Oh, where is he going again? Chef's kiss. I can't really think of much to complain about this figure, honestly. He's I'm not going to say perfect, near perfect, because there's always room for improvement. Another thing I used to say, I used to never give anything a 10 out of 10 because there's always room for improvement. Bro, take like 2019 me to the shed and pop him. Like, old Yeller him, bro. Who the hell was he, bro? I was going around saying that to, like, everybody. I was saying that a lot. Who did I think I was? Who did I think I was, bro? Oh my god. Anyway. Focusing on something way cooler than 2019 me. Do I recommend this Kenobi? Hell yes, if you can find him. Good luck with that, by the way. They stock so little, the stores now. I still haven't found Thing from Fantastic Four. I still haven't seen a full shelf of Fantastic Four figures. I've seen, like, Human Torch and Silver Surfer a couple times, but that's it. It's tragic. It's real tragic. But yeah, if you do find him, buy him because they'll probably be the only time you ever see him in your life. But yeah, definitely worth it. Absolutely love him. Him and the Anakin are both amazing. If I had to pick a favorite, I can't lie. As much as I love Kenobi, I do think this Anakin might be better. Anyway, like, subscribe, check out my previous reviews. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully I don't disappear again. It's gotten really cold, and when it gets cold, my room gets really cold. My room is like the coldest spot in the house. And when my room's cold, I don't want to make a video because I want to have the heater running, but to make the videos, I have to turn the heater off. Thankfully, it's not too cold tonight. Gonna try to bust out a lot of videos. But yeah, sorry for the constant, like, disappearing. But yeah, hopefully Daredevil will be the next video. I'm gonna try to record that right after this. And then who knows? Who knows what the future holds? It could be like Kenobi. You could wake up and be like, it's gonna be a great day. I'm about to take out Grievous. And then you find out your whole world is falling and collapsing around you, and you found out that your best friend, your apprentice, your Padawan, who you cherish dearly, has just chopped up a bunch of kids, and then you gotta go, like, absolutely smoke them on a lava planet, and then live on a desert for the rest of your life. You think you was ever just sitting in that desert and be like, my God, like, why has my life been reduced to this? Because I would rather die than live on Tatooine. My God. Anyway, hopefully have a wonderful day, and I don't know how many videos I'll make before Christmas, because I think it's also like the 16th. Oh my God. That's crazy. Well, when I'm recording this, it's 16th. But anyway, hopefully have a merry holiday, whatever holiday you celebrate, or just a good end of the year, you know? It's been a wild year. A lot of ups, a lot of downs. Especially for me, you know, I feel like at one point you're like, oh my God, I'm having the greatest time of my life. And at the other point, you're just like, I hate it. But you know what? We persevere. Like Obi-Wan did in the desert. We persevere until we get the perfect chance to own our arch nemesis one last time, while also being able to die, so you don't have to live on that desert planet anymore. Anyway, peace.